a couple of times. Woo! What the hell? Trying to listen for it. Right. I know. Woohoo! Look at that. Sometimes a 22 does the best job on these things. I'm going to hit that hog by the ammo level. Alright, she's dead. She's dead. Yes, I have one for each of you. 2 new Ruger Wranglers. Yes, got a left-handed model and a right-handed model. Pretty cool, aren't they? You want to go up here and talk about them and let me show them to you? Well, let's do that. We'll go back to the shooting table and show you what I've got. Not only do I have 2 of them, I have 3 of them in all the colors that are available, I think, as far as I know. So, yeah, you all have been requesting that we get the Ruger Wranglers and shoot the things, and that's what we have been doing. So it comes in a lot of different colors. I think the gray one, silver one, that's the right-handed gun. This is the left-handed gun. This is the ambidextrous gun. Okay, the burnt bronze. You shoot with either hand, and we'll go into that a little further later. But yeah, we appreciate that. And you see we got ammo from Federal that we're going to shoot. 22 ammo. Gosh, we got a couple of different kinds. CCIs under their umbrella. Yeah, these are great guns. They seem to work. And you can dual wield them or triple wield them, whatever you want to do. Have one for each hand. Pretty cool, huh? Now, for the few of you, and I guarantee you there are a few, maybe it's one person, maybe 3, who believe that business about this one being ambidextrous, this one being a right-handed gun, and this one being a left-handed gun. Well, sorry, that's just more dad jokes from me. They're all ambidextrous. How's that? Sort of, right? The loading gate is on one side, but they're ambidextrous. So they have empty shells in them, and when you open up the loading gate on these, it opens the cylinder, it deactivates everything, and just like any of the newer Rugers since about what the early 70s. Okay, before that they were like a Colt. You had to half cock them, and they operated just like a Colt. But they went to the new action, so you just open up the loading gate, and then you can spin the cylinder, load it, unload it without touching the trigger or the hammer. Okay, so kind of a safety thing. It's a different sort of mechanism. But they, other than that, they're like they're a single action, right? I think I read this, the first single action Ruger's come out with new about 50 years or more. You know, this is kind of a low-end version of the single 6, basically, with a cast frame and everything. I always want to cock it. So these sell, I think, for about half of what the single 6 does. They I think the MSRP is $250 maybe, so I'm not sure what they're selling for. Maybe get them for close to $200, $199, I don't know. Ruger's kind of an expert at, this one wasn't loaded, at providing a firearm that works at low cost. And, you know, I know we bring out some really cool, expensive firearms from time to time, but we like to also bring out the low-end firearms. And a lot of people, this is all you need. You can go out and plink with 22 anyway. It's not exactly going to be a high-pressure round and put a lot of stress on the firearm. So the fact that it's a cast frame and it just doesn't really matter in a 22, does it? Doesn't matter even in some bigger firearms if it's made well. It does have a cold hammer forged barrel, and you can feel the weight of the barrel and the cylinder. So it's not like it's going to blow up or fall apart on you, or it's not safe just because it has a cast frame. But it's, you know, it's less expensive to make, of course, that way. And I've already got gunpowder residue on me, right? I might fail a gunpowder residue test. I would guess that any day in my life for the last 60 years I would have failed a gunpowder residue test. But it's cool if you like single actions. You know, this is a single action in the old West tradition. Yeah, I mean, you know, you saw me unload it and everything. It's a little newer design in that you don't do the half-cock business. You know, the firing pin's not on the hammer or any of that, but it's a single action. And with a 22, for the most part, it is just fun and plinking, isn't it? It's not a defensive firearm. Most cases, one of these would not even be a hunting firearm. Okay, could be, you know, but it's just fun plinking at the range. And if you've never had a single action 22, and there's lots of them out there, and a lot of them are inexpensive, and now Ruger's entered that market with these. It's kind of a cool way to go plinking. Be a cowboy, plinking with 22. So they come in these three finishes. It's Cerakote. Okay, that's not the metal you're looking at. They're Cerakoted. So whatever your experience is with Cerakote, I've not had many firearms that were Cerakoted, but it's going to wear a little differently. I don't know if it matters. Like this one they call silver, and that's burnt bronze. This one's probably called black, but you got a choice there of colors. And if you and your spouse or friend both want one, you can get them different colors. You can keep them separate, right? Or you can have one for certain days for barbecues that looks a little prettier, and another one to throw in the tackle box when you go fishing. So it's always cool when the machining is precise, and there's enough of a tolerance there that you don't have any issues with that. Because the dirtier it gets, the more of an issue that can be, of course, right? So they come apart and go back together just fine. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, let me open up the thing here. You know what I did? I was messing around with this thing and I didn't get the base pin back in. I pulled it out a little bit just to see if it would, if it was loose like the others and worked fine, and I didn't get it locked back in. So now I have an empty chamber somewhere. That's good though. It's good training, because I'm going to get a click instead of a bang somewhere along the way here. Probably a couple of times, right? Boom! Ah, look at him. Up there it was. All right, another one. Woohoo! Look at that. Sometimes a 22 does the best job on these things. I'm going to hit that hog if I have any ammo left. All right, he's dead. He's dead. There we go. So again, that was me. Oh, that time. So open up this, push the button. Yep, comes out just fine. Okay. Now, actually, you could unload it that way, but that wouldn't make much sense, would it? Because if you had a little stick to run through there. I had a single action. In fact, it was my first handgun I ever owned, and you had to do that. It didn't have the ejector rod on it. It had a short barrel. Back in, oh man, I bought that thing in like 1971. And I had to take, I don't know if I remember I don't guess I had to take the cylinder out, but I had to get a stick or something to punch those out. So cool thing about these is the stick is built in, right? So you just punch them out. Old Sam Colt thought of that. Well, I guess he did. Actually, it was his heirs, I suppose, successors, because Sam died before the single action came out with cartridges. Just an inexpensive version of the single 6 is what you have here. And my experience with them, I've shot them a few times, all of them, not hundreds of rounds, but they seem to be well made. Okay, you may not like the materials they're made of, but for whatever reason, the Cerakoting or the alloy and the cast materials and everything, but they seem to be machined well, and there's not had any issues with them. It's just you can give me a single action, and if I'm shopping for a single action, a Colt or whatever, I'm looking at one, whatever, I always want to take that cylinder out, take the base pin out, just see how it functions and whether there's any problem. And these are just seem to be in good shape. Okay, so let's shoot these things. I didn't wear my holster rig. I should have. Let's just take them both out here. First of all, whenever you do that, you have a problem. You just don't have a holster. You got hands full. All right. All right, what should we shoot? How about a couple of rounds on that target? Because that will be in the box with one of these. Put another one on him. All right. How about a bowling pin? I missed it. Like I had to tell you. Wow. Oh, there's one down there. Let's pick him off. Yee, dog is. There's one over there. I don't know if I can hit him left-handed or not. I got to watch this with two guns. Missed him. All right. Plate. Plate. I got one more. No, I don't. Boom. Okay. Yeah, when you get two firearms in your hands, it can be problematic a little bit. So let me shoot one of them once again here. If you've got any cowboy in you, or you got a little cowboy around the house, or a cowgirl around the house, oh man, perish the thought letting a youngster fire an evil weapon, right? But in the real world, of course, we do that, right? So what did I say I was going to fire? Yeah, 6 more, and then make you go away. How's that? Oh yeah, the reason I even brought that up, I meant to do it anyway, but I normally load 5 in Colt single actions, the old action, of course, but since this is a 22 and it has the transfer bar, you can load as many as you want. You could carry it in a holster and hit the hammer. It's not going to fire. The trigger has to be pulled, as I just showed you, for these to fire. Trigger has to be pulled. Okay. Otherwise, it will not go bang. So you can put 6 in there and carry it. Let's put a couple on that propane tank. How's that? Oh, you know what? We've not put one or tried the gong, have we? Let's try the gong. I'm not sure where I'd have to hold. I'll try to listen for it, see if I hit it. I think I got it. I don't know, I thought I heard it the first time. Let's try the propane tank for the last couple. Click. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to hear if it doesn't hit it very hard. I may not have hit it at all. I thought I heard a little ringing on the first one. Might have just been the ringing in my ears. So yeah, single action, 22, the Wrangler. Okay. That seems to bring cowboys to mind, doesn't it? The Wrangler. Pretty cool name. So we'll talk to you later, and y'all have a great evening. Life is good.